Oh, okay. Apparently I'm live. So I don't know who's going to join, when, or what. But I'm just testing out a few things because I don't have a clue. I really don't. Okay, so that's going to flip. That's chat. Can edit. That's lovely. And save highlights, mute microphone, share. Okay, so how does flip work? Okay, flip works. But can I flip it and turn you? Like I need to. I'm guessing I'm upside down. That's not good. Hi, whoever's joining. Am I upside down? I think I am. I am. So can I lift this up and just... Okay. No. So I'm locked. Like that. I should be the right way up now. Everything's blurry. Why is it blurry? Okay. This is new to me, guys, so I'm learning. I'm just practicing. Well, I say I'm just practicing. I have planned to make a card. However, how do I get edit off? This is still all new. I just want normal. You guys are going to hate this. Okay. Hi. Hello. So, okay, this is new to me. I am so sorry. This is going to be terrible. I've never done a YouTube live before. And for some reason, it's really blurry. Is that my camera? Hold on. Let's quickly wipe the camera. Oh, God. Sorry, you guys. Is that any better? I think it's possibly my signal. So I did plan a card, but I'm not liking how blurry it is. Is it blurry for you guys who have joined? All two of you. This is completely new. I've lost one of you. Someone's definitely not interested. You can see everything. Okay, that's fine. Good. So this is a practice. It's very warm, so I've got the windows open. And next door's deciding to wash his car. Hello. So you guys on YouTube, if you don't follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you guys on YouTube are very neglected. I'm fully aware of this. So I am learning very slowly how to do YouTube lives. Okay, so then I can at least pop on and do some crafting with you guys as well, or do unboxings, whatever. Okay, I just know you guys are very neglected, and for that I am so sorry. But I need to make some thank you cards, so I randomly pop on Instagram live or Instagram or Facebook, just to make random cards while I'm sat there. It's company, you guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remake some of my catalogue cards, which I haven't shown anybody yet, apart from the people who have received a catalogue from me. So I need some more, so I'm going to make some more live so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Okay, so some I've got so far. So I had, of course, I was featuring the in colours, and I've got some bases already sorted, like so, that you can see there. And that's using the Celebrate Sunflower stamp set, which is fab. But so are also our colours. So you can see there, we've got Magenta Madness, Misty, Moonlight, we have Just Jade, Bumblebee and Cinnamon Cider. Beautiful, fabulous colours. But with these, obviously I need to make a card, but I need more than just the 5. So guys, I want you to choose a colour, because I'm just going to make one colour but bulk it. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 cuts. So choose a colour, any in colour that you like. You can just scream out the colour, so pink, blue, green, brown or yellow. If you don't remember the colours, let me grab the ink pads so you've got them there. Which is blurry my side. I don't understand why it's blurry, but you guys say it's okay. So we'll go with that. Misty Moonlight. I love Misty Moonlight. Magenta Madness. Okay, so that's 2 votes. 2 different votes. Anybody else? Anybody? They're cute. If it's just the 2 votes, I might just do 1 of each. Okay, Misty Moonlight. So it's 2 for Misty Moonlight. I'm going to start with Misty Moonlight and we'll go from there. How about that? So I'm going to clear these out of the way. Like so. And I'm going to bring in a piece of Whisper White. And this is just regular Whisper White. It's not the thick. And this measures 8.5 centimetres by 12.8. So that on a standard UK card leaves a border of a centimetre each way. And for that, I like it. I think it proportions itself well. So anyway, we need the ink. And we need my favourite tool, sponge sprayer. You guys, I've recently discovered this. Well, I say for me for a little bit now, a couple of months, and I haven't stopped using it. These are fab, and as you can see, mine's actually died, but there's no ink actually on it, so it's fine to use. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to run this sprayer over our ink pad like so, and you can see it there picking up the ink. Okay, I've got a bit on my finger, and I'm just going to roll it off onto our piece of Whisper White. So I wouldn't stress so much about the first kind of layer. And what I would say as well is don't think, oh, it's really bitty. Does that make sense? So if I bring this forward, you can see the ink's kind of sat on top. Don't worry about that. Just get the ink down. And once the ink is down, what will happen is that it will absorb into the cardstock. So normally I like to have a post-it note as well. Just have a post-it note and just stick that on my fingers so then I don't get any finger marks. And just keep applying that ink down like so. And what I'm aiming for this is a nice gradient, so from dark to light. So as we move on, just got more ink on my thumb. Just going to add it a lot darker down at the bottom, or what is going to be the bottom. And then just pull it up to the top and then roll it back down. And while I'm doing this, I'm only using half of a roller, so just use the other side as well. Bring that up. And just apply that down. Can you guys hear the cars? It's normally really quiet around here. However, it's always typical that as soon as I go live or do anything, there's noise. So I'm going to leave that one as it is. I'm going to move on to the next one. Picking up that ink, just popping that down like so. Now that's pretty dark. Probably didn't want it that dark, so I'm going to go back before bringing it up any further. So who already has the sponge sprayers in their collection? Does anybody already know about these fabulous things? And am I just really late to the party? So there's a lot of ink on that one already. But I am just going to darken up the bottom a little bit. And also I'm not applying a lot of pressure. So I am just gently rolling, but if I did want it to be darker, I can press a little bit harder. But what I would say is just be careful of getting any lines created from the sides. So that's number 2. And then pick up some more ink. Lay that down. So you guys already have them. It's a fab tool, and I can't believe I was so late to the party because I love ink blending. I think ink blending is such a huge thing in card making at the moment. What's people saying? Yes, card classes using it. I think they're fab. I really do. And I know that, well, how many boxes have I got? I got 7 boxes of these because I was bored of washing them and waiting for them to dry naturally. So I've just brought loads. Applying a lot of ink. I've missed the top on this one. Like so. But yeah. So there's another one. I'm going to do... How many have I got left? Okay, so I'll do another one in Misty Moonlight before I'll swap to the Magenta Madness. I will just have to get another roller ready. But how quick and easy it is to batch ink blend with this fabulous thing. Oh, I love it. Has anybody seen that autumn base card that I did for the 30-day card making challenge? It is over on my YouTube channel, and that uses this, and I use 2 colours. I don't remember. Cajun Craze and Pumpkin Pie, maybe. I don't really remember. It was that long ago. It was only April, but yeah, I honestly do not remember. So Misty Moonlight there for the win because it's cute. Oh, I love it. Such fun. Okay, so I'm gonna close this up, but we are gonna come back to it later to do our stamping. So you guys also liked Magenta Madness. Magenta Madness, you can see how inky mine is. Very inky. Let me get this one dry. There we go. So what I love about this colour as well is I've done some watercolouring with it, and it has a blue tint to it. Does anybody else feel that way, or is it just me? I feel like it has like blue undertones, which is fab, because when colouring in pinks and reds to darken certain areas, you do add blue, or you can add blue to darken certain areas, or at least that's what my art teacher told me back in, well, when was it? I left school in 2010, so 10 years ago. No, it's scary. So this is really quite inky because my ink pad's so inky, so I'm just gonna work up and down that bottom bit before bringing it to the top. Like so. And I think because that is so inky, I'm not gonna add any more to that one. So that's pretty quick and easy. And let's move that out of the way. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna change this because I don't want to be drawing any of that ink onto our piece of card. So Magenta Madness, take 2. Just add a little bit because it's still really inky. So how warm is it everywhere that you guys are? Because it's really warm here. Very, very warm. And what doesn't help is having long hair. For me, February. So my hair is desperate for a cut. I don't know about you. Okay, so that's really not equal. Try to even that up a little bit. I think I'm going to go back into this one as well and just even up the top. and just move it ever so slightly. Just keep rolling. It's winter, I know. Is it still not really warm though in Australia in the winter? Or is that just me being really naive? I think me and Sean was having a conversation about this, my partner, and he said, don't be silly, of course it's cold. Or at least colder than normal. But I don't know, I'm very naive when it comes to travelling. I think the only places I've been is Europe. So I've been to Spain and I've been to Germany. Where else have I been? I've been to Portugal, basically by Spain, and I've been to France. So I haven't been outside of Europe. Oh, that's a lie. I've been to Turkey on a holiday. That was interesting. Oh, and Greece, because we went to Rhodes from Turkey. Not that you guys care about this, but hey ho, it's something to talk about. So last one, just get some more ink. Lay this down. Like so. I need some more ink. Oh. Anybody else feel like painting now? I wish I could decorate. Our house is magnolia. It's literally a magnolia little block, and we're not allowed to decorate because we're renting. For now, we were due to start looking to buy our first home this month. That's our plan, but obviously because of the current circumstances, that's gone to pot. But hey ho, these things are sent to try us, aren't they? Depends where you are in Australia. We have ski fields, Blue Mountains. Oh, that sounds lovely. But then also, I also think big spiders in Australia. Like, you know, when you shouldn't believe everything you see on Facebook. I know, but when all you see is massive spiders, it's scary. 80 degrees in Louisiana due to storms. It's normally between 90 and 100. So I work in it's 30 degrees here in the UK, or it is where I am. So that's quite warm. And for someone with a mop on their head currently, it's not nice. So I'm just going to grab some water. You can hear my door slam. So I've got some water in my dirty mug because that's the only thing I had to hand. And I'm going to flick some water droplets across it. I'm just going to get some tissue. And this is just going to create some interest. So I don't like to leave it too long. Let me just, so you can see ever so slightly. I've got wet fingers now. But hey ho. So don't like to leave it long. I'm just gonna pick up a few before dabbing it off. Like so. Moving that. Bring in the next one. Dabbing it off. I've got wet fingers, nastiness. And then last but not least. So as I said, I do a lot of lives on Instagram, mostly Instagram, because that's where a lot of people are who follow me. Don't ask me why. But I occasionally do Facebook Live. So if you are on Facebook, make sure you pop to my website to find out the link to my Instagram and Facebook, because it's easier for me, but you guys, I'm learning how to do this. Oh, what have I done? I just pressed something and it disappeared. If I miss any comments, I will have a look later, I promise, and I will go through them all. Oh no, I don't know what that was. So I'm doing this very quickly. If I bring in my earlier examples, which I did initially, so you can see the different colorations of adding the water droplets, because it really does go softer. I did find this one went a little weird, but then on these ones, but I think these are really pretty, and I think it demonstrates our colours really well. Because let's face it, our colours are beautiful. And it's the one thing I love most about Stampin'. Should I risk it and do two at once? Should I? Be quick, Martin. Okay, I'm gonna leave it like that. Oh, let them dry a little first. So you might have noticed I don't actually have a completed card to show you, and it's because I've run out, which is a little sad, but that's why I'm making so many now. So I'm just gonna do this. Oh. And how are these drying? Let's bring in magenta first, because that's going to be the driest. Yeah, that's okay. So with that, I'm going to bring in the ink. So we need the ink pad again, which is gorgeous. And I'm just going to bring in an array. So for the examples, I only use the big sunflower and the big leaf. Need a drink. It's been 20 minutes. Have a sip. Oh, okay. So I'm going to use them too. So I'm just going to ink it up like so. I'm going to place one in this corner down here. And we're coordinating ink, so you get this super subtle tonal effect. Well, I say subtle, you can still see it, but it's fab. And then I'm just going to pop another one on the side like so. Okay, so I'm going to do that with the big sunflower. And then I'm going to move on to the leaf. So what time is it everywhere, guys? So here in the UK, I can't see what time it is, but I'm guessing it's nearly 2 o'clock, maybe, or maybe just after 2. This is my life. I never know what I'm doing, guys. You guys think I'm fantastic, and you must think I have my head screwed on, but nope, not a clue. So I'm gonna do this quickly. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just finish the magenta madness ones with you, because I think my phone might die and I don't want that. Nearly midnight in Sydney. Craziness. Well, thank you for staying and watching. Morning in Florida, so it's 9:49, yeah. So that's EST, I'm guessing, because somebody else has commented that. So I'm just randomly popping them down. (2 a.m. in New Zealand. What are you doing awake? I'm one of these people. I'm in bed by 10:30. Like, I don't understand. Everybody says that I'm old before my time, but honestly, I just need a nap. I'm constantly tired. However, this morning I was awake at 6:15, because I'm off work. Normally I'd be working right now. Oh, so it's nowhere near what time I said it was. It's 10 to 3 in the UK. My apologies. Thank you for giving me that time. What was I said? Yeah, so I'm an early bird, which I never used to be. I used to sleep and sleep and sleep. But now I can't. So I'm grabbing some sheets of thick Whisper White. And I'm doing that because this is going to be my card base. Child just woke up, back to bed now. Well, thank you for popping in for a little bit. That's very nice of you. So I'm going to pop my thick Whisper White in, and I'm going to cut that at 10.5 centimetres. So I have a top fold in, C6 card, and I'm going to fold or score at just over 14.8. Fold that. With the bone folder, just crisp that down. And there I have my card base. So let's do this one. Yeah. So we'll just stick it with 2. I don't want to keep you guys as well because Lord only knows you guys are going to be so bored. Because I don't know. I just feel really self-conscious sometimes that I'm boring you all. So there's them. These are going to be popped up onto dimensionals and popped into the center of our card. This is when I can't find any. Does anybody else find that they always have mini ones and never can find any big ones? Or is that just me? So I'm going to pop these onto the back. Like so. I normally do quite a lot. I don't know about you, but I normally go 4 corners, 1 in the middle of the 4 corners, and then in the middle of that. And I really want to put more on. I don't know, I get quite happy with dimensionals, but at the same time. But you don't have to use dimensionals. You could use so many other type of foam adhesives. So you could use our foam strips. They're always a good one. I find they're a lot higher than the dimensionals because they're good for, what are they good for? Shaker cards, that's the one. So let's take these backs off. To know a tip that a friend said, or a lady in the same team as me gave, she said, if you just grab a pen and just draw a line on the back of the dimensionals, you'll always know which one has had its back off and which one hasn't. I don't know about you, but I should do this more. But hey ho. So like that one's all done. So I'm going to turn this round. That card isn't particularly straight. Dimensionals get everywhere. That's broken. I'm not going to use a ruler. So it's a centimetre in. So I'm going to do it upside down. To line it up there. It's not a centimetre. So then I can just pop that in place, like so. We have a nice even border that you can't see because I dropped the card, but there we go. So let's quickly do this one as well. If I can get the backs off. So are you guys loving this Celebrate Sunflower stamp set? Because I know I am. I've used it a lot. Like, I try not to use the same stamp set a lot. You guys can call me out on the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set because I use that a lot. But it's cute, so which is also why I'm going to use it a lot. We are using this in the Stampin' Society, or the suite in the Stampin' Society. So if you don't follow the Stampin' Society, which I'm a member of, you should. What's wrong with you? Because it's a monthly PDF video tutorial that me and 5 other international demonstrators take part in, and we just get together, normally selecting a suite or a stamp set that we love and create with it. So I'm going to line that up at the 1 centimetre mark. Just put that down like so. Nice, simple, straight border. So I've created my project for this and for the blog hop that takes place on the 1st of every month. So if you haven't yet seen that, you should definitely check it out. All previous PDFs are available to purchase on my website as well, so you don't need to miss out. So I'm getting some black cardstock and my embossing buddy and my Versamark ink pad. And in the stamp set, I'm going to use the Thanks a Bunch because I need thank you cards. And a clear block. So all I'm going to do is just wipe over the area, ink it up. Now I'm not going to stress about getting this straight because I'm going to cut it down afterwards. Just make sure there's enough room on there. So I've stamped 2. Get white embossing powder, sprinkle that over. Okay. So somewhere I should have my paintbrush. I'm just going to clean off that corner, give it a little blow, and then I'm going to heat set that like so. Just let it heat up. And voila. So I've recently swapped to the Stampin' heat tool, and I don't know about anybody else, but I find it a lot slower than others, which normally I'd be a bit stressy at. However, I think it's so much better to be slower because I'm not going to burn it as much as I did before. So what I'm doing now is there's a ridge. Let me get my post-it note here. Okay, and I'm lining up the bottom of our sentiment with that ridge, and by doing that, get a nice straight bottom along it. Then I can do the same with this one. And for those of you who know me, I am rather wasteful. Just look at all of that wasted, but it's for the sake of a video. Okay. Normally I am a little bit more conservative, but today I'm not going to be. Okay, so along the top as well, I'm just going to pop that in, use this one, just to edge it along, like so. And I'm going to try to line up, let's turn this around and use it that way, the top of our sentiment with the other ridge on the other side. Okay, and then being super careful, I'm going to cut so far again, like so. Then I'm just going to snip off a little bit like so, just so I've got it shorter, and bring in the paper snips. And then with that, you can just take that in ever so slightly more, curve it around the H, curve it around the B, and then up on the whisk, and then down to meet our other line, like so. And then I'm just going to cut this to a slight angle, like so. This is going to sit on the side of a card, like so. So I'm leaving this side a little bit longer, just so. I need to get mini dimensionals now. I can see. I'm going to pop a mini dimensional there and in the middle. I'm going to have it roughly there, but have you guys seen this ribbon that's in the sweets? Let's get the name for you. The name of the ribbon is on this side. So it's Flowers for Every Season combo pack that you can see there. It's beautiful. So it's just clear white, which means you can colour it. And all I'm going to do is fold it over like so. So when I should have my ribbon scissors, but I don't. And just cut it at an angle so I have a little loop over like so. And that's going to sit behind. So let me get some adhesive. Just going to, that's not glue dots. So just get a glue dot, pop one there, and then lift this up slightly, pop another one there, fold that over. So I want it to almost line up. You can have it off center. Let's off center a little bit, shall we? Add a little interest. Pop that onto our card base. Take the dimensionals off. Pop that down. And then I'm going to take two dimensionals, fold them over to double up. Take the backs off one. Pop that. Scissors underneath. Like so. Take the back off like that, and cut off that. It's not very straight, and you'll get a straight cut. Okay, and of course, to finish off the card, you need some bling. So where are rhinestones? Who doesn't love a rhinestone? So I'm just going to get one of the smaller ones, well, 3 of the smaller ones, and just pop them around the sentiments. Like so. Okay, so I'm just going to stick it with this one card because I'm conscious of the time. Am I able to zoom? Oh, a little bit too crazy. But there you go, and you can see how fab you can make these. Can you hear the Hoover? With all the different colours. Okay, so that's super fun, super quick and easy. I love you all. If you have any questions about these items used, please do not hesitate in contacting me, and I'll see you later. Bye.